So guys, in today's video I'm going to explain you how you can download PDFs using Selenium in Python. So we are going to be using a website which a subscriber suggested. So first of all I want to tell you that I'm going to explain this script which I have already written for that website, and I'm not going to write it from starting because let me tell you what happened. I made a complete video writing this script about uh, half an hour maybe, but you see that this is my screen recorder, so I had cut this screen to a smaller part to record some other video previously. So I forgot to change that, and only a portion of screen was recorded when I recorded the video for this script. So that's why. And but it is pretty simple. You can see that the code is not long. The code starts here and ends here, so this is not very difficult, and we are going to explain this in this script. So first of all, we need two libraries called Selenium and webdriver-manager. So these are the two libraries that we need. So if you don't have them installed, you can install them using pip by writing this pip install selenium and pip install webdriver dash manager. Okay, so I'm going to execute this. Now you are going to see that the libraries are already installed in my system. So they may take some time to install if they are not installed in your system, so you may have to wait some minutes. Then you have to import the libraries like this. So from Selenium we need WebDriver, and from selenium.webdriver.chrome.service we need to import service. So we are going to be using Chrome web browser for this purpose, and from webdriver-manager.chrome we need to import Chrome driver manager so that we can install it if it is not already installed in your system. So from selenium.webdriver.common.by we need to import by to find elements, and we need to import time. So these are all the things that need to be imported. And then we need options. So these are the options that we are going to use. Chrome options, because we are going to be using Chrome web browser. So options equal webdriver.chrome options, and we need to add some manual options inside that because we want to download PDF. So if we set download.prompt for download to false, that means that we will not get a prompt for download. Instead it will straightforward download the PDF. So this is for that, and this is plugins dot always open PDF externally, and we have set that to true because we don't want to open a PDF on the same page that we are on. So if this is set to true, that will not happen. Every PDF will be opened externally and our main page will remain as it is. So the next thing that we need is driver. We need to set up our driver, which is webdriver.chrome, and our service is going to be service, and inside of this we need Chrome driver manager parentheses dot install, so that our Chrome driver manager is installed. And options, well, those are equal to options that we specified here. So there's that, and then the URL that we need. So this is the URL that we are going to be downloading PDFs from. First of all, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so you can see that this is the website. These are all the PDFs that we need to download, and we need to click load more button to download more PDFs. So if I click this button, you can see that more PDFs are now visible, and I want to write a script that specifies how many number of times I want to click load more button and then download PDFs. So for example, I want to click load more button 5 times and then download all the visible PDFs. So that is exactly what we are going to do in this script. So first of all, we have to check that what is the load more button element. So we are going to check that by inspecting this. I'm going to close this. Okay, so as you can see that it is a span element with this class and this text. So we are going to specify this element and click on it using Selenium. So how we can do that? First of all, you have to see that this is the element span with text as load more. So what we have to do is, first of all, we have to get the URL. So this will open a new window. Let me show you. I'll just uh, comment out this and execute this. Okay, we did not import these libraries. Now they are imported. Now we can execute this. As you can see that Chrome driver manager is being installed, and now a new window is opened with this URL. So the code works pretty fine up until here, and the next thing that we need is we need to wait for it for 3 seconds to open it, because it might take some time to open the web page. The next thing that we need is the load button. So how we can do that? We need to find load button and then click it 5 times or any number of times that you want. So how we can do that is simply by I have specified this element here, load button variable, and this is equal to driver dot find element. So this is the function that we are using to find the element, which is pretty explainable from its name. So by XPath, so what does this do is we can specify the element, the tag name, and what's inside of it by using this XPath. There are many number of things that you can use here, class name or ID, etc. So we are using XPath because we want to find the element by the text inside it, which is load more. So by dot XPath, then we need to specify which tag name we want to find and by what. So this is inside these double commas, and uh, we need to type here to slash span. So this is the element that we want to find, and then the brackets here, and this is the function that we're using because we want to find the text. So we want to find that span element whose text is load more. I hope you're getting it. So span element with text load more. That's what this code is doing. So after this code has found the load button, what we need to do is we need to click the load button. So how we can do that? We can do that simply by using a for loop and this function called click. So this is pretty simple. For I in range 5, so we want to do it 5 times, and we want to click load button dot click, and this will click the load button. And we need to use here time dot sleep because let me just show you. If I comment this out and only run this code, we are going to get an error. Let me just show you. So our window has opened, and it is going to click it the first time, but the second time there will be a problem. So okay, I think it did not even click it the first time. So let's see what error did we get. So it is saying that element is not clickable at point. So it is saying that the element is not clickable at that time. So what we need to do is we have to wait for a few seconds. I think we need to use time.sleep before this for it to wait 10 seconds so that the button is clickable. And now we can run this code again and let's see what happens. Okay, now it is going to wait for a few seconds and then it is going to click load more. You can see that load more button is clicked once and it will wait a few seconds more. We need to wait because right now this button is not clickable, and if we do not wait it will try to click it again and again and it will not be successful. So that's the error that we were getting, and we can solve that by waiting a few seconds. So as you can see that the button is getting clicked automatically. I think this is the 5th time. Yeah, so this is the 5th time and more PDFs will load. So you can see that all the PDFs are visible now. The next thing that we need is to download PDFs. First of all, let me close this. So the next thing that we need is to download PDFs. Sorry. So how we can do that is we have to go to this website, and let me just show you. These are the PDFs that we want to download. So these are the buttons that needs to be clicked. So we will inspect this button, and these buttons have a class called Elementor button text. So we have to copy this class and we have to find the span element by using this class, because every button will have this same class. Let me just show you. This is the second button, same class, and this is the third button. This also has same class. So what we need to do here is we need to create a variable called buttons, and we have to find elements. You have to remember this because we are finding multiple elements here. In the previous case we only had one element to find, that's why we used find element, but now we want to find multiple buttons, so we need to use find elements function, and we want to find it by class name. So that's why by dot class name, and here we have to specify the class name. So this is pretty simple. Now it would have found all the buttons that are visible on the screen, and one thing I want to show you is you can see that the load more button also has the same class. You can see that this also has the same class as this button and all those buttons. So we only want to click the buttons that have text download PDF. So how we can do that is simply, let me just show you. So in this variable we have all the buttons stored including load more. So what we want to do is we want to use this for loop. You can see that for button in buttons, so I will get the text of every button. For that I'll use button dot text. So we will get the text of every single button in this variable, and we will check if it is equal to download PDF. If it is equal to download PDF, then what we want to do is we want to button dot click. We want to click that button and then wait for 0.2 seconds, because sometimes it may take the site to load. It may take some time for the site to load, so that's why we are using this time.sleep here. So it will wait a very minimal amount of time. So this code now should download all the PDFs that we want. So for example, let me change this to 3, because that will also show the same thing. So I'm going to execute this code now, and we should have all the PDFs downloading in a minute automatically. Now it is waiting. Okay, so this is the first click on load more button, and this is the second click, and this is the third click. Now okay, our code crashed for some reason. We'll have to see why it crashed. Let me just close this and we will see what is the error. So it is saying that the element is not clickable. Okay, so we are getting this error again at which line? We are getting this error at this line. Okay, so I guess uh, after this we also have to wait a few seconds. I guess we can wait here. After all this is done, we can wait for a few seconds here. Let's say 5 seconds are enough. So after last click, it will wait 5 seconds and then execute this code. Let's see, it should work this time. There is our first click. There is the second. And there is our third click. Now it will wait 5 seconds. And you can see that PDF has started downloading, but okay, that's not good. That's not good. It is waiting 5 seconds. Okay, I think I should close this. It is waiting 5 seconds every time to download a PDF, so that's not good. We have to put this code not here and here, because we want to download the PDFs fast. We don't want to wait 5 seconds for every PDF download, so we can put the code here and execute this again, and we will see what happens. There is the first click, the second one, and the third one. Okay, so the code crashed again. What is the problem now? We still have the same problem. The button is not clickable at that point. I guess we should make it 10 seconds and try it again. And this should work this time. It's been some time since I used Selenium. Okay, so this time you can see that the PDFs are downloading very quickly. All the PDFs are starting downloading, and you can see, okay, we should have more PDFs downloading. Yeah, so that's how the script works. I hope this helped you. So thanks to our subscriber Anthony Chilaka for suggesting this website, and thank you. If this helped you, you will find the code in the GitHub repo. I will post the link in the description, so you can download the script if you want. Thank you.